Hi, I am Betsy McDonald. I am your teacher's senior FSA, FSAT, SAT, and ACT teacher. Basically, what that means is I'm here to help your student get through passing their ELA graduation benchmark. Students are not allowed to get a diploma until they pass this particular benchmark, as I'm sure you've probably already heard about. As seniors, it becomes very, very important for them to pass this test. We have lots to talk about, so I'm going to move forward with. I make this video every year because I'm a realist and I understand many parents can't come to conference night. But if you can come to conference night, here's the information. Conference night is on September 21st from 4 until 6:30. There is a link that's there for you. I will tell you how to get there. Your student will know how to get there. And if you join one of my communication tools or you send me a text, I will send you the link so that you can get there and set up an appointment. What happens if you don't set up an appointment? Come anyway. I will make time and room for you in that schedule. But I do this to kind of go over everything that you need to know as a senior parent to make sure that your child walks across that stage and gets that diploma. How I communicate that and how I keep you in the loop with everything is very important. Your student has been told this since the first day they walked into my class. If you join my Remind, your student gets extra credit. You just simply text to the number 81010 with the message for seniors is at MAC SRPT, at MAC Senior Parent. If you'll join that, then you will then be in my Remind group. When I learn of test dates or that test scores are in or anything that has to do with seniors, for sure, I'll let you know. Like when I found out the graduation date, I put that on Remind. If you need to know things like that, hopefully you understand those are important things you'd want to know. Please join that group. I try not to send a ton of texts, so when I send them, they are important. One important thing that I have sent out in that is that we know when we're going to be taking the FAST. Okay, this is the first test we're going to take that your student can graduate. Here, let's back up 2 seconds. There are 4 ways for your student to pass this ELA benchmark. One is the FAST, and that's the one we're taking next week on Tuesday. The FSA, I don't have an exact date. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's coming up probably the following week. The SAT, and I'll tell you when that is coming. It's October 11th. And then the ACT, that's the last week in October. So your student is going to test a lot in my class. And they're going to say, oh, no, I don't need to take that one because I know I passed. I know I felt like I did really good. Well, guess what? They don't get to say that as a senior. They're going to have to clear their mind and take the next test and give that one their very all. We don't know which test they're going to pass with or which test is best for them. And so they are going to be taking lots of tests. I look at it like lots of opportunities to find success and pass these benchmarks. The first one is that FAST. The great thing about the FAST is that we get results within 2 to 4 hours. We've really been working hard in class and we're continuing to do that right up until the day they take this, which will be next Tuesday, the 19th. My first and third period, first through fourth periods will be taking it at 8:30 in the morning. My periods 6 through 8 will be taking it starting at 12:58. I know that seems like an odd time for parents, but that's when 6th period starts. So we'll have a morning session and an afternoon section. The morning session, probably while I'm giving this one, I'll be getting results and I'll share those with students. And I'll also put that out in that Remind group to say, hey, I have FAST results for morning students. If you want your students' result, let me know. You put your kid's name and period in there, and I'll respond with you as soon as I can with your kid's graduation, hopefully, results, letting you know that they passed. So this is the first test we're going to be taking. We have another test that will be coming up probably the next week. The next way to do that, it's for seniors only. So if you happen to have a junior and a senior, if you have a friend that has a junior that's in my class, this does not apply to them. It's the date is not exact, so it is to be determined, but it will most likely be the week of the 25th, which is that week right after we take the FAST. We have to give it before the 30th. So that's why I say I'm pretty sure it's going to be that week. I just don't know an exact date yet. What I do know the exact date of is the SAT. The SAT will be on 10/11, October the 11th. If you take it on October the 11th, you get time and a half. You get extra time to take this. Now, I emphasize that because I'm going to tell you what I know in reality happens. Many seniors take that day because other students will also be taking the PSAT, but many seniors take that day as what they call senior skip day. There is no such thing as senior skip day, and your student especially should not be taking that day off. They should be here. They should be taking this test because they get extra time if they take it then. Many of them are very, very close. Just given a little bit more time, they're going to be able to pass. Now, having said that, there is a makeup. It's going to be on 10/26, but they do not get the extra time. So please encourage your student to be here to take this test. I know they all want to go to the beach with their friends. Guess what? They can't afford to. They need to walk across the stage. They need to have this monkey off their back. They need to feel confident that they're going to walk across the stage with all of their requirements. Please don't let your kid talk you into missing that day. They need to be here that day. All right, then the very following 2 weeks, I guess it is, it'll be about a week and a half-ish in between, we're going to be taking the ACT. We do these one section at a time because we get triple amount of time. So this is another awesome opportunity for them to pass. We will take the English on the 24th, the math for those students who still need the math on the 25th, and then the reading on the 27th. We have to skip the 26th for those kids that didn't show up from for the SAT on that other day. All right, the scores that they have to have, I noted on here, but the FAST needs a 350. The FAST needs a FAST. Both of these need a 350. They're on the same scale. A SAT, you need a 480, and the ACT, you need an 18 average of the English and the reading. If you have more questions about that, ask your student. I've gone over them many, many times. Hopefully you all signed my sheet that had all of their information on there. I gave all of the test scores to parents. You were supposed to sign it. So hopefully you know exactly where your kid is. So the main thing I want to stress is I need your kid here on those test dates. That's just an imperative part of their success. Yes, there are makeups, but it's not exactly the same. They have to do them at other times. They get pulled out of other classes, so they miss other work. I want them here on the first day, if at all possible. I understand when somebody gets sick or if there's already a prior appointment or something. If you can change it, please do. But we need these kids to take every single test possible. They don't know, and I don't know which one they're going to pass with. Many, many times kids take all 4 tests and only pass one. So if they opt out of one and that happens to be the one they pass with, that's a very unfortunate decision. The other thing is your way of getting a hold of me, hopefully, is through that Remind group. If you need to talk to me on the phone, you can send me a message, and I send messages on this number, 813-406-0182. If I send you a message, can you please respond so that I know you got the message? Many times I will send messages, and I've already done that, about failing students, and I send it on that number. You'll know that's me if you want to save it in there as a contact. If you have not gotten in as a parent on Canvas, I highly encourage you to do that. I'll send that link out in my Remind after I get even more parents in here, for parents that haven't gotten on that, or either send me a message and say, hey, can you send me the link so I can get in on Canvas so that you can see your students' grades all the time. If for some reason that's not working for you, we do a grade chart every Friday where we write down the grades in every single class. It would be a good thing. And if I had a child in my class, that's what I would do, is say, hey, every time you have to do that assignment for Miss McDonald, you need to send those grades to me so that you can keep up with them. If you need anything, I am here for you and your students. We have a really, really good success rate with students who do their job in class. So hopefully you can help and support me in supporting your kid to pass this test. Have a good day. Thank you.